evening, good afternoon, whatever y'all watching this video, man. Y'all see the title, y'all done heard the sample. It's pretty good in my opinion. I ain't gonna talk y'all head off. We gonna get straight into this motherfucker, man. To clarify, I want y'all to know this sample involved 5 sounds. Yes, 5 sounds. Now it's gonna be a little more complicated as we go on, but you know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm here to help. You know what I'm saying? So y'all see the preset we got. We got Xenology open, the one and only, the handy motherfucking dandy, man. FM EP2. So for the first sound, the sample, the style I was going in for was that recent sample that Drake dropped, where it was like, "Hush, baby, why you so cold? Breathe away." You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? That shit was fire as hell. So I was trying to mimic that sound, and you know Drake likes to use, or he's been using, 90s R&B type of, you know, styles in his music. So I'm gonna play the progression real quick. I'm gonna show y'all how, you know what I'm saying, I came up with it, and we're just gonna get straight to it. When I started the progression, I did it a little weird. If y'all ain't noticed yet. So what I did was a walk up, and that's basically just going up like a scale into a different scale, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just going up into a different scale. So what I did was a walk up instead of actually just landing on this chord right here. Because if I did that, it would have just been. And that makes more sense with the metronome, with the beat. But, you know, I wanted to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't going to add drums to it. So I was like, all right, we just going to have independent freedom. Now, with the chords, chord-wise, I don't even know what chords I played. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Like, this chord right here and this chord right here, oh, my goodness. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to break that shit down. I don't got no music theory yet. I'm going to learn it just for the sake of, you know what I'm saying, educating and informing other people, and just so I can apply it to my music. But let's make a chord like that. So this is what we're gonna do. So let's say we starting off with A, right? We starting off with the A and the A minor or A major or whatever. But I like minor. So let's start with the A minor. With A minor, all of the white notes, that's all in the scale. So we're gonna do something with the minor. We're gonna do something with these white notes, right? To make a minor chord, you have to go up 3, right? 1, 2, 3, and then you got to go up 2. 1, 2. I'm tripping. To make a minor chord, you got to go up 3 then 4. So let's go up 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. That's a minor triad. You know what I'm saying? 3 notes in the chord is a triad. So this is a A minor triad, right? Y'all follow me? Good. Okay, cool. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add little extensions. This is an R&B sound. Now with R&B, they tend to go out the scale a little bit and use borrowed chords, right? But for the sake of the tutorial, I ain't going to get too deep into that. I'm going to just try to make a good sounding chord like this. So we're going to extend this chord. Now this is a 5th. So this is an A minor 5th. So now, after that, we're going to get a little trickier. Now, with the bass, this is where the saws come in. With the bass, you got to make sure it's not the same as A minor. So now we can use any note in this motherfucker. It's going to sound semi-decent. You just got to make sure it resolves right. Let's put it on F. Now let me show y'all something. We could do something like this. So in 90s and R&B and all that shit, these 2 chords right here, these tend to go down in semitone because they correspond with each other. Those 2 chords will correspond with each other no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like the root note of the chord. So if we take these 2 down, right? Like that. And then copy these over. That's a good chord right there. That's a diminished. I think it's a diminished or suspended. I'm not too sure. But we're going to take that chord, right? And that's when we resolve it. So now we take this note. And now we go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we got to resolve it because this chord right here, this is suspension. This is a suspended chord because it has a lot of tension. You know what I'm saying? So now we got to resolve it. So we're going to take this note. Take that up. Take that up 4, right? And then we gonna take this one back to the starting note. And then I think we could keep these two right here. I'm not too sure. We're gonna play to see. Yeah, this is what we got. Staying within the A minor scale. You know what I'm saying? I could add a little more flair to it. I'm sure you could add a little bit more flair to it, but that's just, you know what I'm saying, me trying to break it down for y'all. By the way, I don't got no script. I'm just going off the top of my head, so it's probably going to be a lot of cuts and shit, but we ball. All right, so now we got the pad. It's the same thing as the FM, FM EP. So I'm going to play it real quick for y'all. You know, we already went over that, so. Okay, so another thing that's really important in R&B, or it's like a big part of it, is chimes. These chimes add a lot of texture, a lot of ambience. You can hear it a lot in like Jodeci, Tony, Aaliyah. It's a lot of chimes and shit that's used in late R&B, 90s R&B. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? I don't got to get too much into that. All right, so this is where shit gets a little, starts getting a little blurry. So I'm going to play this without context, and then I'm going to just add a little bit more context. All right, so basically, let me go ahead and show you how to preset. With the round bass, right, I just copied all the chords from the FM EP, the soft pad. I copied all those chords, and basically all I did was just made it match with the root note and added a little, you know what I'm saying, flair, added some little grace notes. Like these little things going up, that's these glide notes, them little glide notes in the bass, that's grace notes. Now what it is not seen is I left a little bit of space when it's supposed to begin. So it actually doesn't start on the 1. It starts like somewhere near the 3 or some shit like that. So like 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? So kind of starts a little late, but it adds to the bounce, in my opinion. And it doesn't really matter because on the second measure, it starts right back on the 1. So now we got the big boy. Yup. I'm already knowing. It look crazy. Y'all ain't gotta tell me. But I'm gonna show you how to preset, and we're gonna get straight to it. So we got Labs, My Baby, Intimate Grand Piano, and the Intimate Grand Piano section. This is free, by the way. Most of these aren't. Well, this one isn't anything that says Labs Plus, but most of these plugins are free from Labs. So if y'all don't got Labs, man, shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're doing. Let's dive into this. I'm gonna play the piano solo for y'all, and I'm gonna explain my process. It's a lot going on. I'm not going to deny it. So let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the basics. So y'all see we got this whole little measure right here. You know what I'm saying? We got this whole little measure. This is basically the FM EP chords copied over to the piano, just with like some grace notes and just little fill-in notes. That's it. That's really it. That's really all it is. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing too crazy, but again, all I did was stay in the scale within, you know what I'm saying, the A minor scale. Play notes within it that matched whatever note or chord it was going to resolve to. So like y'all can see me playing these chords right here. This is just an inversion of these chords. So I took it, shift, hold left click, control up arrow. You know what I'm saying? Just to add like a little flutter. So that was really all that was for that, right? And I just made sure every note that was going to ended into the next chord. So that B match that F sharp. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So now we go to this part. Now this part gets a little complicated, but I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. The only reason it looked like this is because I soloed on my piano and I didn't really want to go up an octave because the piano's already high. The high end's already taken a lot by the vocals and, you know what I'm saying, a lot of other shit. So I was like, I'm gonna just improv in this same range, and you really can't like hear the piano clashing with this piano because Labs is such a good ass plugin. It will cut off the same velocity sound. So if your piano's playing like the same velocity as another sound, it's gonna cut it off and it's just gonna, you know what I'm saying, go in smoothly. So like that's why y'all see me got these elongated ass notes. Like all these notes are gonna ring out, but as soon as the same note plays again, it's gonna stop automatically. It's gonna cut off. With this section right here, really, I just did the same thing, stayed in the scale, but like y'all can see the little, like, you know what I'm saying, the little notes leading up to it. Now these little runs, these are called accidentals. This is mainly used in like gospel and jazz. So I was just trying to give it more of that jazzy gospel feeling. You know what I'm saying? So if I can go like, if I'm going right here and I'm on E, I can be like, you know what I'm saying? I can't really mimic it on while I'm clicking, but like just try it on the piano. You know what I'm saying? Just try to do it in a quick succession in the piano. Y'all hear what I'm talking about? Back at it with Louds again, man. Symphonic violins and violas. Beautiful sound, beautiful, beautiful. I ain't got to say too much about it, man. I hear the fucking strings. I hear when them shits come in. So I'm gonna play the strings real quick. Pretty self-explanatory, but I'm gonna just tell y'all what I did. Okay, so with the strings, I kind of fuck with them a little bit because I really just copy and pasted the strings from the piano. But as y'all see, I took out all the other bullshit and it's just a 4-bar loop. You know what I'm saying? But what I did with the strings, right? Y'all see these F? Y'all see this F sharp? This F sharp repeats every other chord. So this F sharp plays, this plays, F sharp plays again, this plays, F sharp plays. You know what I'm saying? On the borrowed chord, plays again, boom, plays again. Now with these type of notes, there's certain chords I can't like name the chord it is, but sometimes you can play a singular note in a chord, right? You can just play this note. This F sharp sounds good in every chord that's in this string section. So I just played it over and over again, and it just creates like a sense of I don't know how to explain it, but it makes it feel more euphoric. You know what I'm saying? It gives it more of a heavenly feeling. So we can just go through it. But I'm able to play it because I'm playing the same chord over and over again. You know what I'm saying? It's just the chords that are in between it accent it and emphasize that F sharp way more. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go to the final sound. Oh, that is the final sound. Oh shit, okay, let's do it. So for the bread and butter, man, the bread and butter of this motherfucking sample, I got this vocal from Spice. It don't got a name, it just got a bunch of letters and shit, and it got the key. But I'm gonna play it like without no effects, nothing. I'm gonna let y'all hear it sound like, and then I'm gonna play it with everything else and play it with effects shit.
We'll be there for you, and I'll always be there for you. It's crazy how much I do, and everything that you do. We'll be there for you, and I'll always be there for you. It's crazy how much I do, and everything that you do.
So if you're listening, yeah, it's not much of a big difference. All I really did was add some reverb and some delay. I'm gonna get into like the mixing and shit later, but yeah, that vocal really just brought everything home. Um, and I just got some wind from Splice also. You know what I'm saying? Just playing in the beginning because I wanted to just, I wanted to match the theme of the album. The album is Iceman, and when it's icy, when it's windy, it's cold, and the wind is blowing. The wind is, it's loud, it's howling. So I wanted to have that same thematic sense of the Iceman. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cold as hell, the wind blowing. So I really just let that in for texture and shit. But that drum loop, I didn't use that drum loop. Y'all ain't gotta pay attention to that. But that was pretty much it for this sample, and I just took it down 200 cents. Yep. So I'm gonna show y'all a little trick I did. I didn't actually do it in the full beat, but I'm gonna just show y'all anyway. So what I did was I recorded the whole thing into Edison. So what I did was I got Edison from the master channel. I put Edison on the master channel, click this record button, click that play button, and then the whole thing recorded. So after I did that, I clicked this, sent it to the you know what I'm saying, playlist, sent it to the whole big shebang. But before I did that, y'all see this sample rate, right? It's not gonna pop up, but what I did was I went into here. Oh no, I clicked the sample rate, and then it's gonna be something that say sample rate 44,000 hertz right there, and that's where you can just change it like 32,000, 28,000, 14,000, like you know what I'm saying. And the lower it gets, like the more pitch down it gets, like the quality, like you know what I'm saying. It sounds more like that Drake shit. But that's just the little sauce I wanted to give y'all before we go on. So for the FM EP just got regular reverb, no EQ, no nothing really. Um, the bass, I just boosted up the low end of the bass a little bit, took it up a little bit, made sure it was, you know what I'm saying, punching through the mix. For the chimes, no, for the vocal, like I said earlier, reverb or delay, you know what I'm saying, just 1/3 delay, and you know, drown that shit in reverb. For the strings, I think that's it. Oh no, for that little vocal that come in later on, for the little vocal that comes in later on, I put some reverb and some Fruity Panomatic, and I just turn on the speed, turn on the pan so I can go left to right. That little thing, the little right red line, that's the sound going left to right. So that's all I have for the mixing, and I think that's it for the sample, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, like um, I just stayed, you know what I'm saying, really simple with it. Made sure the chords was beautiful, thick, and I just, you know, sound selection. Sound selection is really important in music. If you got a good sound, you really don't got to do too much. You know what I'm saying? So this is my Iceman sample. This is how I made my Drake sample. Y'all let me know in the comments if I could write it down script, because I know I was stuttering a lot during this video trying to get my thoughts and shit, you know, jumbled together, mixed in together. Y'all let me know if I gotta write a script. But yeah, man, I'm gonna just play the final sample again, and appreciate y'all for watching the video.